I'm David Summerall from StopHate.com. Let's talk about the Proud Boys. Stand by.
Proud Boys, stand back and stand by.
Militias like the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers.
Proud Boys, pro-Trump paramilitary group.
Proud Boys played a central role in what happened on January 6th.
Far-right extremists.
Proud Boys.
Members of the far-right group, the Proud Boys, descended on the National Mall.
I framed the Proud Boys to the right of my shot with the Capitol behind.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
The number of mentally retarded is increasing.
How dumb does a J6 committee think the American public is? Let me show you. Let's start with this from the second bogus Senate impeachment trial of Donald Trump.
Violent racist groups, which have been officially condemned by our government. Daniel Goodwin is a self-proclaimed member of the Proud Boys.
Wrong.
He was one of many. Goodwin tweeted a picture showing the Proud Boys logo surrounded by "Stand Back and Stand By" and "Await orders from our Commander-in-Chief."
But wait, that's not right. Let's see what Enrique Tarrio, the leader of the Proud Boys, said about this. I have had the opportunity to read the government's filings in this case where they state Daniel is a member of the Proud Boys with absolutely no evidence. The government does not get to decide who is or isn't a member of our organization. Daniel Goodwin is not and has never been a member of the Proud Boys.
Did the Proud Boys have a plan to go
Into the Capitol?
into the Capitol?
Absolutely not.
They tried to tie the Proud Boys to Trump to the Capitol through a tweet from someone who isn't a Proud Boy, who doesn't know Trump, and who didn't have a plan. Speaking of plans, the government has one to insinuate that the planted 1776 returns document was the Proud Boys' plan to take over the government, although Tarrio never even shared it with any Proud Boys and probably didn't know what was in it. You can't even park your car in D.C. without being accused of seditious conspiracy. Do you really want to know what the Proud Boys' January 6th plan was? Let's hear it from the highest-ranking Proud Boy in attendance that day, two-time Purple Heart recipient, Sergeant Joseph Joe Biggs.
We're going to get everybody together and kind of, cruise around and see what's going on, kind of get a good feel for the day. Find out about what events are happening tonight around the time when the sun starts to go down, because we know that's when Antifa likes to go out and start attacking people as they leave, as we saw last night in some areas. So we want to try to go ahead and do as much risk mitigation as we can, find the areas that we need to get located at, and try to, protect some of these people.
What do you think? Do you think that people will be out tonight?
Of course.
Yeah.
No one flew out here to sit here and give up and walk the home. People came out here to do.
Now let's hear from the Proud Boys Ministry of Self-Defense, Sergeant-at-Arms Rufio Panman Ethan Nordine, about their plans to enter the Capitol on January 6th.
Are we going inside? I want to go inside.
No, we're not going inside.
Well, shit, I did in Boise with Adam Bundy.
I mean, if you want to go inside.
No, we did. We went in Boise. I know you. You look familiar. Are you the Proud Boys?
Yes.
Oh, I wanted to help you guys and give you a room.
Yeah.
Here, take my card. I'm with Adam Bundy.
Who are you with?
Adam Bundy.
Adam Bundy?
You know Adam Bundy?
Don't know.
The rancher that
Oh,
stood
yeah,
up?
yeah.
That's what I'm with.
Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you. Hey, tell me what you're up to. I want to record you.
Oh, we're out here representing America. That's basically it. I don't know what else to say. Proud Boys, back to yellow.
After all, in August 2020 in Idaho, after Patriots pushed into the Capitol, security had no problem with the protesters entering the gallery in the chambers, and they even said the Pledge of Allegiance with the lawmakers. Later, in November 2020, Ollie Alexander of Stop the Steal and Alex Jones of InfoWars went into the Georgia State Capitol with Georgia State Representative Vernon Jones with a large contingent of motivated patriots to peacefully express their concerns with the integrity of the election, but they weren't attacked by the police and were allowed to peacefully and patriotically make their voices heard. If these two guys are the masterminds to the worst attack on democracy since 9/11, seditious conspirators, and leaders of the two most notorious hate groups and militias who almost overthrew our government without any guns or a plan, why were they still free to potentially do it again? They were obviously not a flight risk or a danger to society then, or they would have already been in DC Gitmo. If anyone actually had anything on either of these groups, I wouldn't be making this video right now. Want to know some real truth about January 6th? Officer Brian Sicknick's cause of death was a lie, yet Congress used it for one article of impeachment against Trump, incitement of insurrection. They immediately went to the press with a fire extinguisher story, knowing it never happened. His body was still intact at the time. Trump supporters actually attempted to render aid to Officer Sicknick, but the police made sure he never got it. He had a stroke and they could have treated it, but they let him die. Then they cremated him. They hid his body in the Capitol for 3 days and moved him to Arlington National Cemetery as their martyr. Wouldn't his death actually fall under negligent homicide by the police?